Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about debloating our Galaxy devices. This should be able to work on almost all the S6 line, the Note 5, the S7 line, even the Note 7. I'm actually going to show it to you guys on the Note 7 so you'll know it works on the latest ROM. But mostly what we're trying to do here is give you the power to be able to allow what runs on your device. Now, this is not going to require root, so that's the main benefit here. It's called Package Disabler Pro. This is TK and this is XDA TV. Let's go ahead and check it out. The program is called Package Disabler Pro. I'll give you guys a link in the description below. Download it, install it, and once you install it, it's going to ask you for administrative privileges. You need to just provide that, and at that point, you're pretty much set. It will list all the applications that are listed on your system, and also all the processes are in the background. An example would be, let's go ahead here, and I'll just say, this is a T-Mobile device. I'm just going to say T-Mobile. You'll notice, I'll just take the keyboard, it'll list all the different applications. So we have the .com T-Mobile, PR Mobile, the T-Mobile, T-Mobile white pages here, we have the device unlock, and then we have the .com T-Mobile PR adapt. And this is notorious, and the reason I'll say this is associated with the T-Mobile application, but if you disable it just by itself, this always sits in the background and runs. And I'll show you guys what I mean. I'll go back home. App drawer, these are the applications we have installed. So we have T-Mobile, T-Mobile ID, Hotspot. This never disable because that's associated with the way the system runs. Lookout, again, it's an additional application and device unlock. If we go back, we'll go back in here. Whoop, not here. We'll go back here. I can go in and disable certain things. So here's T-Mobile ID. I'll check the box and now it's disabled. I can go into the app drawer. T-Mobile ID is gone. And I can go back and do the exact same thing for my other packages. I can go in and say I want to disable the T-Mobile application. And if you do disable the T-Mobile application, make sure you disable the adapt one. And then device unlock, if you're not using it, you don't really need it. You can go back. And our drawer now is filled up just with Lookout. I can even go back in and disable Lookout, as these things are installed in the system partition, and that's something that you have no control on. So Lookout. And here it is. I'll disable it, and again it says Lookout T-Mobile. Well, it's actually T-Mobile. Lookout is a separate app. You notice the folder only has one application now, and the folder's gone. It's only one item here. You can go in and check out different things in there. Just again, be careful of what you do disable. You do have the ability, well, let's go ahead and take it out. So if you want to see the list entirely again, just it brings up the list. You have here on the setups, you have export to XML if you ever want to back up the list of things that you've disabled. Show install, show system, refresh all, set password, uninstall, manually disable, manual disabler here. And disable all bloatware. This is based on a list that the developer was put together, essentially is thinking that this is the bloatware. I prefer to go in directly and manually disable what I don't like. One of the other main benefits that you don't really notice right out of the box is that if you, let's say, click on a package, this gives you the information as far as package running, the size, the package path. You're able to disable it right at the back right here, add a widget if you want to, and you also have the ability of basically running it, clearing data, and reporting it as bloatware. And if you want to know more information about it, you can just Google it, and it'll open up Google. Now, I don't have network connected here, but it will do a search of what is androidpay.com, .android.apps.wallet interface. So this is obviously, Android Pay, we know what that is. But what it's trying to do is give us the ability to understand what the Android Pay package is if you don't understand it and you find it on your device. Very, very nice for researching. Also, reporting it as bloatware could potentially add it for you in that list of disable all bloatware in the future if enough people actually report it in that way. Just be aware if you're going to disable certain things, just remember what you're disabling, and always be aware that if you do mess it up at the worst case scenario, you can definitely reset your device, but that could potentially mean you're going to lose things. So make sure you back up your device and make sure that you are set. But again, last thing I wanted to show you guys real quick is if I want to bring things back. So I went ahead and also installed the package disabler on my S7 Edge, and it does work. Obviously, you just have to turn it on, access it, and give it a few seconds for it to just load the list of applications. One of the main reasons why I wanted to check it out on a different device, I wanted to show you guys that it does work obviously on more than just the Note 7. I can go home. I do have a widget here that just gives me the available RAM or the usage of the RAM currently. It's running at 2.1 and let's go ahead and go in here and it'll give us the list of all the applications that are running. And the reason why we're doing this is we want to basically see how many of these can we do to be able to bring down the amount of RAM that's being used. Now I'm going to make sure one thing is also still functional here. You notice there's a few applications running. Package disabler, I'm going to turn that on, keep that on for me. I'm going to turn off YouTube, turn off Google, and then we'll go back here. Now it's going to drop to okay, so it's 1.83 megabytes, so 1 gig, 1.8 gigs really of the RAM that's currently being used. But we have Amazon, Amazon Kindle, Amazon Music running in the background, Android Pay running in the background, things that we're not even using. So we're going to go in here, we're going to start disabling certain things to kind of maybe alleviate some of these things. I went ahead and did a clean restart. I haven't even touched any applications to turn on. We shouldn't have anything running in the background. I guess it still has package disabler. The main thing you want to be aware of obviously here is this is pretty much as lean as I was able to get it in this round. What you want to do to be able to really narrow down all the applications, go ahead and go through the running applications again and find out those things that you don't want to have running in the background and disable them. And then that way you'll be able to remove as much of the running applications in the system and clear up more of that RAM to speed up your device and get the best performance. As you guys saw, the installation was pretty simple. Just turn it on, give it the permission, and you're set. Be careful what you're disabling. Just again, don't disable things that you don't know what they're doing. Make sure you do some research on the things you're disabling. If it's applications, again, those are just running applications. So disabling them just, again, doesn't really hurt the device, but it could potentially turn off other things like Facebook. When I tried to disable it, it had like four packages and I didn't understand why. Later on, when I looked up the actual entire name, you realize that Facebook also has the packages that are associated with the Gear VR on the Samsung devices now. So if you disable all of the Facebook things, you may disable Gear VR if you're going to use that. And if you're not, then, you know, disable it. You don't have to worry about it. You can disable the Gear Manager, which is something if you're not using a Gear, either a Gear S3 or a Gear Fit, whatever one of those watches, there's really no reason for it to be even in the app drawer. But other than that, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This is a non-root method of debloating your device. Again, it should work on almost all Galaxy devices, and this is Galaxy specific, so I'm sorry for other devices as far as HTC or, you know, Motorola or anything like that. But again, like and subscribe to this channel, like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.